So you don't need a ticket to London to celebrate British culture. The Ritz-Carlton is hosting a festival of hats to honor the tradition of afternoon tea. And joining me is my friend Jeffrey Hattrick, the afternoon tea maitre d' over at the Ritz. And he's here to show us how it's done. It's good to see you. It's been too long.
It's been far too long. It's nice to see you this morning.
So I always tell you that I feel like I need to sit up a little straighter and act a little bit less Stephanie whenever you come around.
No, you should be completely Stephanie. That's how we love you.
But I still need to sit up straighter.
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
So you have this festival of the hats coming up, and that's why we invited you in. That and the fact that we thought any chance we can get to get these sorts of little treats brought to the studio. Hey,
yes.
That's a bonus.
We know that you all love when we bring the pretty treats.
So what is this Festival of Hats?
Well, the Festival of Hats, actually, I've been hosting it for 12 years now. And essentially, you know, August is kind of hot, and we bundle ourselves up in the air conditioning, and I thought it'd be a fun thing to do to create a party based around hats. My last name is Hattrick.
Right.
Kind of made sense. So we just created a month-long hat contest, and we have a beautiful display of vintage hats from Robert Black's studio over in Scottsdale. They're suspended from the ceiling of our tea room. If you go in there, they're there right now.
We needed pictures of that.
It's really cool. I'll send you some.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll put them on the Facebook page.
Yeah, so we've got that, and then when the guests come in wearing their hats, we photograph them, and each week I pick 4 finalists that are just really above and beyond, and we invite them back for champagne tea and give prizes away.
Well, you know, how did you get so endeared to tea time? Because, I mean, it's truly a passion for you. I mean, and it's not always served in these, you know, little fine china glasses, but sometimes, you know, you kind of mix it up, and you'll do a cold tea, and you have so many ways to drink it.
That's so true.
You're quite the connoisseur, in fact.
Well, thank you. I guess 13 years ago, the Ritz, somebody was smart enough to say, Jeffrey, what about tea? And we created a position for me, and I honestly didn't know the difference between Earl Grey and a Darjeeling tea. I didn't know what it was. All I knew is that I got to wear a tailcoat, which I thought was cool, and hang out in the lobby lounge. That was, you know, who doesn't want to dress up every day?
You want the job? Yeah, absolutely I do. Well,
and the passion just came from there. And, you know, it's really about, you've experienced it, it's really about, it is an experience, and stopping the world that's spinning out of control sometimes. Yes. And this forces you to turn off your phones, take a deep breath, and just spend time with special people.
Let's go through some of the mechanics of you know, how we, you know, because you know, there are things that you gasp a little bit inside. You're kind enough not to do it, but like if I'm doing this, which so many of us like to do, your heart starts to palpitate, just a little.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
And I guess that's what, you know, I'm changing the world one teacup at a time.
So walk me through this. If we were going to go to tea time at the Ritz, how would I do this?
For doing tea, you would take your spoon out.
Oh, okay.
You can set it on the table.
Starters,
that's actually really good. You use that
Okay.
if you're going to pollute your tea with milk and honey and lemon and sugar, which I think are
pollute
pollutants.
It. Yes, yes.
But you would grab the handle, and you would always have your saucer in case you have a drip, and then you just sip.
Okay, so this doesn't have to go up like this.
No, absolutely.
Okay.
It can stay down here, and it's
so this
comfortable
goes
in
here.
that way. And it's even better when you have real tea. Would you like some?
Yeah, I would, actually.
Please.
I was hoping that, like, if I kind of took it up to my mouth a couple times, that you might pour some for me. Now, if I was entertaining in my home, would it have been appropriate for me to have my guest have it up, or is it more ideal to have it like this and then have it?
Usually, it'd be ideal to have the guest leave it on the table, because otherwise you're working with a moving object. There are guests who go, here, I'd like my tea,
and then
you're trying
you because
to
you've
follow them.
You know, burned their lap.
It's so very true.
Okay, so we would do this. Now, what about this thing? Hi.
That's sort of a wives' tale, and it actually has to do with the shape of teacups before they actually had handles. It's a much longer story, but people still do pinkies up, so I think you should.
Now, can I? No?
Blow on it?
Uh-huh.
You could. I don't know why you would. Really, you just smell? It's like wine, actually, too. You can enjoy that.
Okay.
And a simple sip.
Simple sip. Oh, it's good too.
It's a beautiful lemongrass black tea.
You know when tea is, what is it, stewed or steeped or whatever. It's been made properly when you can enjoy it, and you don't need anything sweet, and it doesn't have a bitter. It's just like a nice smooth, just taste on your palate.
That's what I always say. As long as the tea is steeped correctly, you don't need all of those other things.
Yeah.
If you need those things, then it's my job to help you find a tea that you actually just enjoy for what it is.
I'm going to have to go with the girls.
I think you must.
And I think I might just have one of these lovelies as soon as we're done.
Aren't they beautiful?
Well, thank you very much.
Yes,
Sitting up straight and thanking you. All right, the Festival of the Hats, all the information is going to be on SonoranLiving.com. It certainly is something fun to do in the month of August, and make sure you tell Jeff that you saw him on Sonoran Living.